digest. From lane to the new shining ground, echo chants where the legends are found. Heroes carved in the heart of time, we march on through grit and grime. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Echoes of King and Greaves in the air. Every goal, the sound declares. Heartbeats pound like a drummer's song, marching forward, fierce and strong. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. Oh, Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire.
Yes, guys, welcome to the THFC Till We Die, to Tottenham past and present and the exciting future under the Thomas Frank train. Well, not exactly, but under the cockerel at least. Yes, we have drawn 2-2 with Man City today. Yes, we came back from 2-0 down. A woeful first half, a brilliant second half, led by a double dom from let me get it right. A double from Dom Solanke, who put 2 through the post. So this is a very quick, only a 10-minute after the whistle, guys. Not very short today because I've got things to do. Oh, so there's James. I've got a lovely dinner to cook for me and Mrs. John, and James has got a dinner, I think, being cooked, or he's got to go and cook it for himself.
I've got to go cook it. I've got to go cook it.
But for him and Mrs. James. So we got to do well. We won't be long, guys. We want to give our thoughts, instant match reaction thoughts. Very quickly, James, the protests. Look, there was supposed to be apparently for more from Red. There wasn't a big turnout. We'll get more tomorrow on it because Rain was there. Rain was at the protest as well. He did walk out the 75th minute, apparently. But he says not many people did. I did. I did me on 70-minute walk, 2-minute walkout, which I am going to let you know now. On the 75th minute of every watch along, I'm doing a 30-second walkout. I'm going to walk out. I'm going to stay away for 20 seconds and walk back in. I'm doing it on every watch long until Enoch sell the club. I've had enough of it. Enough is enough. We may have got a draw today with Man City, but it doesn't take away from the diabolical way they are running our football club and the way that we're not buying players. We're in a relegation battle. We need more players in. We need players to either help Thomas Frank, whoever the next manager is going to be, and we're not doing it. James, are you disappointed that not many more people walked out? I'm not surprised, but from wanting more for Spurs, are you disappointed?
Yeah, because everybody makes the noise, don't they? Everybody's sort of, we need a change of ownership. We need a change of ownership. Sorry, let me just read. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I just had to adjust my lighting there. So everybody sort of says that they want the change of ownership to come along, but they do nothing about it. They don't help themselves. So yeah, I'm a bit disappointed that not more walked out, because I mean a big game, and look, I understand the reasoning of why they didn't walk out. We were on the ascendancy. We were fighting back. We were playing well in the second half, but that's when it would have hit most. But you always say the fans are your 12th man. The fans really were the 12th man in that second half. Obviously, I weren't doing the commentary with you, Dermo, in the watch along, and I had the game sounds on playing as I was watching the game, and yeah, I mean the fans were amazing in the second half. It's a shame. It's a shame.
They really were.
It's a shame that.
Yeah, I mean, the first half. Let's talk about the game. We will end off on the. Yeah, look, we'll end off on the protest, but let's talk about the game. A woeful first half performance by Tottenham. I think nobody could hold their heads up high in that first half. Prompted me to put a poll into the chat at halftime. Does Frank deserve to see? Does Frank get the United game? I think after that he does. To be fair, look, you can blame Thomas Frank for a lot. I don't think you can blame him for anything, and I think that goes into the neglect of the owners and the way they've run the football club. And this is years of neglect. But them players in the first half, James, they need to be totally ashamed in themselves. Absolutely ashamed. With them, had Romero the change. I think Papa Sarr was the spark we needed in that midfield, James. And I felt second half we were fantastic. We were absolutely fantastic.
We were, and look, I understand the reasoning why he played a 3-5, like a 3 at the back to start with. I understand his reasoning behind it. I just think it was the wrong game to do it. Man City were always going to out dominate the midfield, but when we made that change and we sort of solidified as midfield, Man City were limited in chances on what they could in the second half, and we really sort of took control of that middle of the park. And the 4-3-2-1 formation that he put on there sort of really did help. I mean, Simmons was an absolute dynamo in that midfield, really sort of driving the team forward. He literally practically picked the team up from the whistle and really pushed us and carried us for a lot of that game. And can sort of see what kind of a quality player he is. I think Paulinho was you call him the disruptor. I think he really is. He disrupts so much. I think Conor Gallagher had a good game. I think Archie Gray had a brilliant game at right back. And I know he can play there, but it's not his natural position. I think Dragusin showed how very much he's rusty on his football. I think Matisse Tell came on. He looked bright. Odegaard came on. He looked bright. Mawani, I just don't know if his head's here at Tottenham. I
don't think it is. I don't think it is. Look, for Romero coming up at half-time, he was ill yesterday, apparently. And he did want to back through and play. So it does show that he was. I liked our second half. We were Solanke, for me, shows what we've been missing up front. The first goal though went down as a Giri on goal. I still think that's Solanke's goal, and I think the second goal was fantastic. I tell you, the best player who impressed me in the whole game was Xavi. And I know everyone's going to give Solanke man of the match. For me, I'm sticking with it. Xavi, for an overall game performance, was brilliant today. First half, he was the only one to stick his head up above the parapet and say, I'm going to give this a go. I'm going to try. I'm going to run back and defend. And he was running back and defending. He was doing these hard yards. He was being disciplined. When they got the ball, he was trying to move it forward. There was no players giving him any space. There was one chance in the first half, James, where he was running. He cut across from the left into the centre to give himself an angle to shoot. And he had three Man City players around him. And he had Bazuma standing there like a lemon. And he had two players not giving him the space or giving him a chance, will give me the ball. Give me the ball, get yourself into a better position. I put a cross in. I thought he was brilliant. Yeah, everyone's going to give it to Solanke because of the 2 goals. But for me, I think Xavi was the best player on the pitch today. And
Yeah,
Haaland,
I agree.
we marked him. Dragoson, if it was his job to mark Haaland, he done a great job in that second half. Marked him out of the game.
Yeah.
Who was your man in the match, bud?
For me, I gave it to Xavi as well. I think he like very much for the same reasons why you give it to him, Dermo. He was the one player from second dot, not minute dot, but from second dot. He was the one player who was working and working and working, and he didn't stop working till the full time whistle went. And it sort of like I said in the watch along, I feel kind of vindicated. Because early in the season he was getting a lot of stick. He wasn't performing at the levels that we all thought he was going to bring to us, and I think he's sort of developed and grown into his Spurs team and knows where he is. And yeah, for me, I think it was. I think in the second half it was hard to pick out a bad performer. So it kind of overshadows the poor performances from the first half. But,
we can't forget the first half, though. The first half has to be looked into, and really does.
And it was woeful.
Do you think that had something to do with Romero not being well?
Potentially could have been.
Or do you think Pep just outclassed Frank in the first half, which I think he did? If you look at the City going forward, they were pressing us all the time, weren't they? Pressing us. And we didn't have a chance to break out of that. And second half, City sat back. And once teams sit back off us, we have more of a chance to express ourselves, and which we did in the second half. So was it more Frank got it right, or did Pep get it wrong? If you know what I mean.
I think the change in system helped, and I don't think Man City adjusted quick enough for Spurs' adjusting system. So yeah, it's just we need a 90-minute performance of this. So many times this season, we've had 45 minutes of really, really good football and 45 minutes of really poor football. I think it really does. We really, really need a 90 minutes of pure Tottenham football. And I think if we can get that, and if Frank can get that out of the players, I think it will. I think it will all start to click together. Now, whether or not that is down to injuries, that he hasn't had the personnel to be able to bring on and influence a game, and sort of is purposely telling the players not to burn themselves out and not to run themselves into ground. So the players are keeping the foot off the gas. But in the second halves, and it is predominantly the second halves we've been coming alive in games.
Yeah, it has.
Then he's then coming in at halftime saying, right, take your foot off the gas, go all out. And we're doing that, and we're really taking it to teams in the second half. I'm not saying he's got it right every time. There has been results for West Ham match, for Wolves match, the Burnley match, the Sunderland match. There is games where it's not gone right, and we haven't been able to break those teams down. But when you're playing against someone like Man City, who were probably thinking, right, we're going to more of the same from the second. I could imagine Pep's halftime team talk. It would have probably been, okay, more of the same in the second half. You go out, you keep doing what you're doing, you keep pushing and pushing, you keep pressing them, and you put Tottenham to the sword. Spurs come out in a different setup, different formation, different sort of attacking philosophy, so to speak. And we changed the whole dynamic of the game, and Man City were shell shocked and didn't know what to do.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. Look, look. We will talk more about this tomorrow. We'll have plenty to talk about this game tomorrow because we've got transfer deadline day coming up. And welcome a few people in, and then we sort of will end off on deadline day and the protests and deadline day. We will talk more about the match tomorrow, guys. We've got player ratings during one of the shows as well. will come out. And also we've got plenty to talk about tomorrow. Big up to Ed, fan. Big up Dermot. James Solanke is our hero. Corey's from snowy Hamburg in Germany. Big up to you, Ed. You always come in every show. Big up to you, bud. Big up to Ozzy Ange. We're winning the Champions League, peeps. You know, I wouldn't put it against us.
Listen, I it was funny actually. I was doing the rounds on social media and things like that, and there was a video on TikTok that I saw. I'll try and find it for you, Dermo, and send it to you. But it was like the comparisons of our Europa League winning season and our Champions League this season, and pretty much, barring a point or two in the Premier League, it is identical of where things. So look, crazier things have happened.
If we get to a Champions League final, that would be mad. Would be mad. It says we look great out there in the second half. We rarely did. We did also. Big up to Simon Cohen, Basuma mistake, and Radu Ban mistake. Now 2 top signings for tomorrow, hopefully. Big up to Xavi. He's worked his nuts off. He did. And then also, don't forget, Deadline Day shows tomorrow. Myself and the team will take you through Deadline Day. All the twists and turns. Yes, it's going to be a long day for me and James tomorrow. We are going to put the effort in tomorrow. Tuesday we're having off. I'm going to clap somewhere in the corner and spend some time with Mrs. Tron on Tuesday.
And I'll be back at work.
Yeah. Right. Look, for me, let's end up quickly on Deadline Day. Look, I would love Højbjerg to come back to Spurs. That would be my dream deadline day signing. I don't think it's going to happen, but I would love to see Højbjerg come back. Sadly, how many do you think we might get in the door tomorrow on loan? Because I don't think it'd be loans with obligations. I think so. How many do you think we might get in the door tomorrow? Will we be surprised?
I think, and not using my sources' information at all. I think there'll be one permanent deal, and 2 loan with obligations.
Ooh, so 3 in altogether.
3 in altogether.
I haven't heard anything from my sources yet, so I'm going for 1 permanent and 1 in on loan. And that's me just putting my neck on the line.
Yeah, that's not what I've been told or anything like that. That is what I would like to see. I would like to see 1 permanent, at least 1 permanent, and 2 loans with obligations. But the thing is who knows what Deadline Day brings? We may just come alive tomorrow. Joanne Lang might pull a Deadline Day masterclass. Those
Rodrigo coming to Tottenham. Can you imagine?
Those 2 sentences don't seem to go well together. Look, there is talk of a Real Madrid player, of Spurs talking to Real Madrid, and a player has been offered to us from Real Madrid, and we are exploring the options. That's the
Diaz,
information I know.
Is it Diaz?
Diaz. Yeah, Diaz. Yeah. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying it's.
Also, Malmarsh from Man City as well. That's a deal we should be looking at as well.
Yeah. So
what would sorry, go on.
The players that I would say that we need to keep a close eye on tomorrow is Diaz from Real Madrid, Omar Mamouche from Man City, and also God, I've forgotten his name now. Ali Kouché from Monaco.
See, they're trying to get them in. Monaco's trying to get a player in, aren't they? At the moment, is 1 out and 1 in. So that is very quickly. Where Diaz plays number 10, doesn't he? He plays anywhere along the front 3.
Yeah,
so
he can play anywhere. So you're basically looking at anywhere. You're looking at Mamouche, who can play out wide, up top. You're looking at Diaz, who can play out wide and up top, and you also Ali Kouché. I'm going to have to learn how to pronounce that name properly if he does come to us. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Ali Kouché. He can play. He's more predominantly a left-sided striker, like left wing attacker, which would be ideal for us. But look, deadline day is going to be exciting, guys. Please join me and Dermo. Dermo's going live early. He's going on about 9 o'clock. He's going to take you through the first hour and a half. He'll be able to give you all the information. I will be on from probably, is it 12, Dermo? We go live again. Can you hear me? I don't think you can hear me. I think it's about 12 o'clock we go live the second time. And then from around 12 while about 1:30, 2 o'clock. And then from 3 o'clock right up until the end of the window, me and Dermo are going big. And we are winding up the window and give you all the way up until about 8 p.m. to make sure you guys don't miss a thing, just like Aerosmith says, and we give you the best and fastest information.
And if Tottenham do put a deal sheet in, we will stay on until that deal is completed, so we can get to So yeah, please Tottenham, do not put the deal sheet in tomorrow. Just get everything
you
done.
know it's coming, Dermo. You know it's coming.
I know it's coming.
You know it's coming. 1 minute to 7. That deal sheet will be in, and we'll be on till frigging 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah. Guarantee, you can freaking guarantee it. We will have a few people joining us tomorrow. I know Rain's going to join us after 7, so he'll get the after window show. We know there is one guest coming on. I think Harry Scarf's going to pop on at some point.
Yeah.
Well, and then next week we got a few people popping on actually. We do have a guest popping on next week. We have it's a lad that I follow on X. I've got in contact with him. It's Gary Ward is coming on, and he will be on next Wednesday, which I will have to postpone and put it to Friday because it's my birthday next week. It's my birthday next Thursday, and Mrs. Tron is taking me away for a few nights. So I will be off Wednesday and Thursday. Maybe the guys here might put a show on for you Wednesday or Thursday. You never know if they're around. I'll organise something anyway for you guys. But yeah, we will might even do a pre-record and put it out both nights I'm away. But yeah, we will. But guys, look, we're going to leave it there. And yeah, busy day tomorrow. The streams will be going up tonight at some point. I will get them. Just a quick, need to stay behind 2 minutes, James, to work out which thumbnail goes on which show. So I know when to put them up. But man and match for you, Xavi. Xavi for me, a great win for Spurs. But it's now over to Tottenham board. It's over to
we drew, Dermo. We didn't win. We drew.
Yeah, I know we drew.
Stop getting excited.
I know. I'm just so now. Yes, we are now. It's over to the board. It's over to Johan Dang. It's over to Paratici, who does leave tomorrow as well. Now we will be talking about Paratici as well and his influence on Tottenham Hotspur and Vinay. It's over to you guys. Over to you, sons, to go and make it back up. We need. Didn't I always say, James, that we have to back up this result with the next one? We have to back up now. Tomorrow, they have to back. They're either going to back or sack Thomas Frank. If we don't sign anyone tomorrow, that means they're getting rid of Thomas Frank. If they do bring players tomorrow, it means it's backing them up. And I will say it, guys, I will be coming off 75 minutes for 30 seconds every watching onto this Enix setup. I am sick of it. I don't care. They have to bring in for me to get on board and stop protesting. I want Rodrigo coming in tomorrow. That's who I want to come in. If they bring in Rodrigo for the rest of the season, I will not come off every 75 minutes. Tottenham, over to you. James, out of 10, how many does Thomas Frank get today? And where can people find you, bud?
I give Thomas Frank, I'm going to give him a 5. I'm going to give him middle of the park, a 5 for me. Could have done better in first half, got the tactics right from the get-go, but look, it is what it is. It was a good fight back, good 5. Is it too mean? Am I being too critical?
I'm going to give him actually 6.5. I'm going to give him 6.5.
No, I'm going to stick with my guns. 5. My gut tells me a 5. I'm going to go with a 5. Needs to improve
And
and
where
get
can people
things
find you,
right for
bud?
90 minutes. You can find me on X, guys. X at THFC, James. I have been posting stuff on there the last few days. Transfer rumours, things like that. By all means, please jump on. Make sure you hit the follow on there. Also, hit the follow and like and subscribe on here for us. Me and Dermo and the team, we really do appreciate it, and we very much would love to keep driving our subscriptions forward.
Yeah, we're absolutely, look, we've just we've got a massive good stream. We're I don't know where we are at the moment.
2,501 subscribers.
I just look, we're 499 away for 3K. Can we get there before the end of the season? Rain's just, I don't know if Rain's coming in or not, evening or in the car, about to set off home. Hope everyone's doing okay. Rain, let us know. Hopefully you can join us tomorrow, bud. You probably will. I did my own protest today, so I'm very proud of myself for doing it. Tequila even sent me a WhatsApp. It said, fair play to you. But James, being the professional that it is, being the professional, thinking the channel comes above all protest, Dermo came on and rescued the stream. But he won't be here next week. He'll be pulling his hair out when I walk off for 30 seconds.
I'll be at work and I'll be like, no, Demo's not fair.
But I just couldn't do it. Look, my reasons for doing it, guys, and then we're going to end off. My reasons for doing it is I said I'll do it, and I could not do it. And I've never gone behind this protest before, but now I am. I'm fully behind it. If I can't get the games and do it, then this is my way of protesting against the ownership. And I think many people that said they're going to walk out and haven't, then you need to do it. Our football club is our life. Our football club's going to be here years after Enoch are gone. It's our right. It's our football club. We own the football club. You know, you may pay your season tickets. Enoch may own it officially and legally, but at the end of the day, we're the ones. We are the football club. Without us, there's no fans. Without us, there's no club. Without us, we're nothing. You're looking during the pandemic when Tottenham were playing behind closed doors. Yeah, it was great to have football back on, but where are the fans? Where is the atmosphere? Where is the soul? Tottenham Hotspur is a body with no soul. The spirit of Bill Nick has gone. The spirit of Bill Nicholson has gone. The spirit of Arthur Rowe has gone. The spirit of Keith Birkinshaw's 80 side is gone. The spirit of Steve Perriman, Graham Roberts, Gary Mabbott, Glenn Hoddle, Chris Waddle, Garth Crooks, Steve Archibald, back to Martin Shivers, back to Jimmy Greaves, back to Bill Brown, back to all the players that have gone back before us, even John Cameron, who led the 1901 team to glory in the FA Cup as a non-league side. Nobody's done it since. Nobody's done it before or since. They're the legacies that we have to hope to. They're the legacies that we have to protect. They're the legacies that we have to stand up for. If Bill Nick was here today, Bill Nick would said go out and protest, because the house that he built has been knocked down. The house that he built has been destroyed. The foundations of that built Tottenham Hotspur for more than years, for over 140 odd years that we've been alive as a football club, have been destroyed. Enoch don't care about us. Enoch care about Enoch. Enoch care about making another couple of billion. Enoch don't care about us winning trophies. 25 years should be well enough to realise that we as a football club are not a football club. We're an entertainment business that does everything. I have no problem with concerts. I have no problem of boxing events. I have no problem with the Formula One. I have no problem with Skywork. Clubs have to make money. What I do have a problem is manager after manager after manager not being backed, buying cheap players, buying crap players, not backing the likes of Jose Mourinho, not backing Conte, not backing Pochettino, not backing Ange Postecoglou, definitely not backing Thomas Frank. Failing every manager year after year after year. It's failure upon failure upon failure upon failure. And I won't stand for it anymore. And we as a fan base have to stand up. Look at Manchester United. Thousands upon thousands turn up for their protests against the Glazers. Look at Liverpool. Thousands upon thousands turn up for their protests against FSG. Look at Chelsea. Look at Arsenal during the Super League. Thousands upon thousands turn up. What do we do at Tottenham Hotspur? It's okay. Tomorrow's another day. We'll get a good result today. Don't worry about the protests. We drew against Man City. We're 14th in the Premier League or 13th in the league. We won the Europa League. We should have backed that up this summer by buying quality players to back the manager to go and succeed with what we did. And we didn't. That's not down to the manager. It's not down to the players. It's down to the ownership. It's down to Johan Lang. It's down to Vinay. It's down to the Lewis family. If they don't want to back this football club, set up and go. Give it to somebody that will back a manager, that will buy the quality players, that will bring our club back to glory. Because if we don't, we're going to be stuck in this cycle, which we have been for 25 years. And then we're going to sleepwalk into relegation. We're going to sleepwalk into relegation and we're going to end up in the championship. Enough is enough. Get behind the protest. Get behind Change for Tottenham. We want our club back. We want Bill Nick's spirit back in the stadium again.
And on that bombshell, we'll end it, Dermo.
I was expecting you to go, hey, but that's a good one to end it on, actually. Guys, we'll see you in the morning at 9 o'clock. Come on, you Spurs.
Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner.